Hola a todos chicos y chicas, ¿qué tal vamos? Aquí Zalthorgamer y volvemos a Technomancer. Vamos rápidamente a coger la mierda esta de arena para viajar ahora. Y vamos a ir aquí al Valle de los Mutantes, que tenemos misión primaria y conseguir un testimonio de lo dicho en el encuentro. Vale, pues vamos para allá.
Someone sounds excited.
Well, duh, the landscape's drop-dead gorgeous. As for the city, integrating with the valley's natural overhangs and alcoves to avoid using a metal dome, pure genius. Makes me worry about getting fried. And we'll always be strangers there.
For now, most mutants don't have an innate hatred for humans. We just need to give them time to heal.
Still, we'll never be able to walk a mile in their shoes. And for that, we'll always be outsiders. I ain't mad though. If I were them, it'd be my personal mission to fuck up every single humanoid who said good day to me.
Right now, we must focus on uniting our nation. I understand you find it difficult to feel at home, but know that you are a friend, and that as long as I live here, you will be welcome. And when our people are finally free, I know many of my brothers and sisters will welcome you too.
Don't stress out about the roof. You won't be instantly mutated. I have heard tales. But yeah, what a beautiful place. Natural, organic, how refreshing. Humans should take notes.
This city makes me sad.
You're not gonna cry, are ya? I just had these seats cleaned.
I mean, I think I would have liked to, know before of its existence. It's alright. Sad is...
Vale, venga, vamos.
Praise to the Shadow. You are here. I was getting worried about you.
What's going on, scum?
Kane is moving to take power. He came with dozens of followers, killed many who stood in his way, threatened to do the same to countless more. As for you and I, Phobos, I promise that he has already planned our deaths.
Zachariah, it is not my life I worry for. He will kill any and all who stand against him. He will wipe out human cities, destroying those with little more than sticks and rocks to defend themselves. Blood will drench this planet.
And I'm sure all our names are probably topping the list. And we better make a move before it's too late.
Ah, vamos a reventarlo, ¿no? Vale, pues vamos a quitar a Andrew y vamos a dejar a Phobos. Venga, vamos. Vamos a echar un vistazo al mercader, a ver qué tiene.
Look around, please.
Nah. Vale. No, que no quiero nada. A no ser, un momento más, una cosita. ¿Tienes recetas? No, recetas no tienes, que te den. Por aquí tenemos misión. Y otro mercader. ¿Tú tienes recetas? Este sí tiene recetas. Pues las quiero todas. Arreando.
Hi. You wanted to talk?
I did, yes, I did. I've heard many people say, even though you are human, you're a good person. Many say that without you, they would still be...
Depends. What do you need help?
Yes, well, we need weapons to have any hope of helping our brothers help. I was given orders to arm a squad, but I have nothing to arm them with. And in Noctis, such things are far too expensive for us. But since I was told you travel, if on one of your trips you could find...
I can try. Sure I could get my hands on some and no fear somewhere.
Thank you. Yes, I'm sure it would be...
Ok, yo te buscaré. Pum pum. Negocia con Anton. Robar armas de reserva del cuartel. Es que ya las he robado.
You're back. So...
Darle las armas, ¿ya las tenía?
Promised. Should be enough.
Thank you. Thank you. I know I've already asked you for a lot, but they are not used to fighting. Is there any way you could get...
Sure. Why not? No.
¿A quién tengo que pegarle? Enseñar a los mutantes a combatir. ¿Son estos? Sí. Imagino que estarán dentro, ¿no? No. ¿Ya está? Ok. Estas misiones molan. Rapiditas, sin dar follón. Un momento. En la entrada hay una misión. No me había fijado, tío. Creo que es de Andrew la misión.
I want to thank you, Zach. I'm still trying to come to terms with some thoughts and feelings about what we found in the dome together. I guess what I'm saying is, and I don't want to say something that's gonna, whatever, but it made me realize you mean more to me than a friendship.
Se me está declarando. What the fuck? Vale, sí. Venga.
It's not gonna whatever me, Andrew. I feel exactly the same way. The same. Next time we're on break, come meet me in my bedroom. If you want.
I do. And I will.
¡Qué tela! Espérate que la misión igual no era ese, era este.
Greetings, Zachariah.
No, este no es. Y esta tampoco. La misión sí que era de Andrew, entonces.
Hey.
Hey, back.
Me meo, tío.
One of my ostriches is limping. I think she's hurt.
Have you tried applying a lichen bandage? I've heard it works well.
A ver.
Only if you dip it into manta drool
Combatir.
first. The lichen dresses
Ay, por aquí
the
teníamos
wound.
misión secundaria.
Don't put anything on it. It just
Conseguir el testimonio, vale.
carrier.
Bueno, pues voy a dar la vuelta primero, que me interesa antes la secundaria.
I'll gather up the ingredients and fix her up. She's my little baby.
Anda, aquí hay algo. Y creo que por aquí no llego. Ah, pero hay un cofre. Vale. Mierda, le he dado a la B y he destruido el alijo. Ahora, como veis, estoy dejando todo el recorrido para que le echemos un vistazo a la ciudad. Cuando le demos un par de vueltas a base de misiones, dejaré de grabar toda la distancia que ando.
Hey,
Hello.
someone told me about you, so I wanted to come say thanks. Your instructions helped me save my...
I'm just happy you got there in time. We would have helped ourselves, but feared letting humans know free mutants roam around.
Don't blame you. You see what led to all of that? By the time I got there, they tortured my friend, and the Technomancer in charge was leaving.
Found himself surrounded by the Technomancer and his soldiers, who wanted to know where they could find him at.
What did he tell him?
Not the answer you are scared he gave. He said nothing of your location. Instead, he told this other Technomancer that he knew who he was, but it did not seem to matter. The question was asked again. That is when they began to beat him, and he began to scream for mercy. Mercy that would not come, even as he screamed that he could do something for them. The violence only grew. What he was offering to do for them, I do not know. He never said. But it did not matter anyway. All they wanted to know was where you were. Nothing else to them mattered. The torture...
Thanks. And thank you for going to Dandolo.
Of course.
Entrar en la habitación para hablar con Scott en privado. Vale, eso será en otro momento. Porque aquí no hay habitación, ¿no? Ah, sí. Mira, aquí tenemos habitación. Ah, pues vamos a hablar con él en privado. Almacén de objetos. Anda, mira, aquí tenemos cositas. Esperar a Scott. Primero voy a terminar de abrir todo esto.
Scott, thanks for coming. Please have a seat. I'm just trying to understand something.
Ah, a scientific query.
Of course, the jackass didn't give a damn. All he wanted to know was where we were. But what the hell were you trying to do, Scott?
Do? I wasn't doing. I was doing something, but not what. There are opportunities in life. He might have become an ally, a great technomancer.
Scott, how long have we known each other? How much do I owe you? You're like a father to me. You know that.
Listen, you must listen.
Siempre falla, tío. O 50%, o más alto de 50% o falla.
It is only my care and concern that pushed me to... I thought
All I want to know is why you told him you knew what he was.
Perhaps you've had a hunch, or caught wind from wherever such winds come from, but I now know. Technomancy stem... We, of course, refrain from such potential pollution of real humans, and just the knowledge of such things. Well, my hope, though, was that such knowledge might scare Alan into supporting your cause. You see?
And what was this ability that you were talking?
Just whimsy. A daydream, perhaps. Trying to remind him of my skills. The idea of being discarded into a lawless city. If he remembered my worth, perhaps?
I don't know what the hell you were thinking, Scott. But what's done is done. Let's get at it.
No ha confesado, ¿eh? No ha confesado. Si cargo partida, igual podría sacarle otra información. Pero bueno, ya que lo hemos hecho así, pues lo dejamos así. Vamos a ver. Las misiones secundarias, ¿cómo van? Nada, Scott no confiesa y nada. Pues tiramos para la principal. Un cofre. Cómo mola la ciudad, tío. Otro. Listo. Y el otro está por aquí, ¿no? Pero creo que tengo que bajar abajo. Ah, vale, se baja por aquí. Ah, pues no puedo abrir. Ah, coño. Vale, pues te sigo. Follow me, yo te followeo.
Holy shit, it was a slaughterhouse. What made that psycho turn on his own people? Here I was thinking that every problem could be solved if you had big enough backup.
That's how it should be. Unfortunately, people can't be stopped from stepping up and taking what they want.
Vale. Mira, que se va a armar gorda aquí. Mira, lo están abajo preparados. Aquí se va a armar la guerra.
Look what we have here. The fool who believed he was a more worthy chief than me. It is now my way or no way. Follow me or follow death.
Will you never change, Cain? Is your only path the one stained with blood, paved with hate? The same hate destroying your own people. Look around. This valley was once filled with peace, but is now filled with gravestones. You cannot continue to lead our people down this road.
You have gone too far, Cain. Fight someone your own size.
Pillada. Wow, cómo lo he puesto, chaval. Hostia, que mala el otro. Uy, bacalaos. Arreando.
Do not kill him. Even if his heart pumps with pure hatred, spilling it makes us no better than he. It ensures more blood will follow. Please, be better than he is.
Scum. If I were as good as you, I would not be me. And that is all I can be. One cannot continue to trim a weed that will not stop growing and spreading its seeds. One must rip it out by the roots. He will start wars among us, or between us. He cannot live another breath.
Pues... Ah, que lo elijo yo, detenerlo o matarlo. Realmente esta clase de gente dudo que luego cambie de forma de ser. Y seguirá siendo un hijo puta siempre o esperando a la suya. O tendrá algo de nobleza y si le derroto y le perdono, se hace un buen compañero. ¿Yo qué haría? Venga, va. Yo le daría otra oportunidad.
Glad we taught that prick asshole Cain a little lesson. Scum's a good guy, though even if his name sucks, gonna be hard to become chief with a name like that, even though he'd make a good one. Why aren't you running, Phobos?
I have no interest. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Huh. Yeah, absolutely.
Tiene algo menos de daño, pero bueno, es por las mejoras. Me quitan regeneración de fluido, pero vamos, es un 2%. Todo lo demás va de puta madre, o sea que me las quedo yo para mí. Esto ya para otro. Para Amelia. Nah, venga, para Phobos. Bien, esto ya está.
Zachariah, you are living proof that our people can live in harmony. You have helped us enormously, but now I believe it is time to make a decision.
We must present a chief to the assembly.
The time for speaking, I am afraid, is dwindling. If our internal quarrels give rise to conflict, we must walk as one race. Place differences aside.
Then it should be you. There is no mutant who lacks respect for you. And unlike Cain...
As a strategist, though, you are greatly respected.
Si apoyamos a Phobos, abandonará el grupo. Que realmente no lo estoy utilizando, pero, joder, es de mi grupo, porque se quede conmigo.
I know it may not be my place to give an opinion, but I think that it makes sense for you to be chief, Scum.
Perhaps you are correct, Zachariah. Though the fear of needing to be not just a chief, but a strategist that must lead a charge to free our brothers.
My love and support are yours, Scum. I will continue on with Zachariah until he finds peace, but I will come back to help you.
Igual que me voy a follar a Andrew, podría haberme follado al Phobos.
Once we spoke like this, remember? When we were bound in our chains. But that's behind us. And today, myself, Scum, in this valley that is ours, can finally say...
Zachariah, we must talk.
About what?
This is your safe house. The ASC could not reach you here, correct?
That's the hope.
But consider this. Even if Victor cannot reach you here, how many times has he tried to impede you, to track you? You've already had to escape from his grasp. Perhaps the time has come to be less passive, to gather your allies and take the offensive for once. Word of the power he accumulates in the People's Assembly of Abundance is terrifying. I speak not of with all that you have done for so many. I am certain many would be more than willing to come to your aid, and even more invigorated when that aid will bring such a tyrant to his knees. You have our support, and from the great heights to which he has climbed, the fall will be true.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it is time to take the offensive.
He's got a point, you know? Maybe you should talk to your captain. I mean, how long's the ASC been fucking over the army? They gotta be fed up with them by now, no? I mean, the fucking army'd be a great damn ally in Ophir. Not that there aren't others in Ophir who'd be happy to give us their support, but not really the kind of pricks I want to get in bed with, you know?
You talking about Anton and the Vori?
I sure as hell wasn't talking about my grandma.
Vale. O sea que ahora ya es la hora de empezar a pedir ayuda a todos los que hemos ayudado para que nos ayuden en el combate contra Víctor. Supongo que entonces significará que estamos llegando ya al final del juego. Vamos a ver las misiones como son. Encontrar la tierra, operación de rescate, averiguar dónde se han llevado a Patience, que esta aún no la he encontrado. Bajamos. Vale, y esto ya es lo de pedir ayuda a todos los aliados que tenemos. O sea que habrá que ir a diferentes zonas. Vale, vamos a ver. Aquí ya podemos pedir ayuda a los Technomancers.
I think it's time I answered Victor's constant attacks.
That's what family is for, Zachariah. We are family, united by the mutual suffering inflicted by Victor.
Vale, uno que ya está más que convencido. A ver. Vale, ya tengo que irme. Vale, vamos a la entrada para cambiar de zona. Aquí tenemos 3. Voy a ir aquí primero, así le pido ayuda dándolo directamente. Y ya tiro para Ophir y le pido a los otros 3. Pero la otra misión no tengo ni puñetera idea de dónde es. Y se supone que es una de las misiones principales. No tengo ni idea.
Zachariah.
I need allies to fight Victor in the AS.
Then you came to the right place. The bastard came to our doorstep and threatened us. Sent thugs to capture one of our own who came in peace, seeking refuge. The time's come to bring Victor down. You not only have...
Perfecto. Antes de volver al Valle de los Mutantes voy a seguir reclutando gente. Vale, iba a coger el viaje, pero al cambiar otra vez del miembro del grupo para meter a Andrew, veo que Phobos me da una misión.
Zachariah, I'm going to need your
What's going on?
You probably remember that someone turned in my mother. She was one of our backers in Ophir. Without her, our plans to smuggle out our brothers are quite... And then there was Kane's attack while we were about to seal the deal with that Aurora official. Someone turned us to our enemies once again. This can't be sheer coincidence. Someone, beyond the fact that what happened to my mother deserves vengeance, I must stop the one who is behind those betrayals, or he will end up making our young nation...
Are you thinking of someone in particular?
No. Only a few people knew my plans, and even fewer my mother's identity. Especially not Kane. He must have been... I don't have a name, unfortunately, and that's why I'm asking for your assistance. It's probably someone close. Someone who lived in Ophir with a good excuse to travel to Noctis often. You're good at investigation. I've seen you at work.
All right. I guess that we could learn more about that traitor by talking...
Thank you, Zachariah.
Destapar a los responsables del fracaso. Muy bien. Por cojones, ahora hay que llevar a Phobos otra vez. Me cago en todo. No, formar grupo no. Ahora quiero ir a Ophir a seguir reclutando gente.
city.
Typical backroom politics, keeping the little guys down.
Hello there, Zachariah.
Well, now that you're asking, with Victor and the ASC after me, my only options are to keep running or retaliate.
Well, given what you've done for me, and the fact that Victor and his not-so-secret police are at the root of the plague tearing Abundance apart, when you've got your next move planned, come and find me.
Good to hear. See you soon.
Vale, venga, por el siguiente. Coño. Antón, ayúdame.
A pleasure as always, Zach Rogue Manson.
If I'm gonna destabilize Colonel Victor, I'm gonna need some allies.
Then you better keep looking, Mr. Manser. Unfortunately, the allies you've already made aren't folks I consider or want as my own. Goodbye.
Qué hijo de puta, ¿no?
I gotta go.
Then go.
Ah, vale, vale, hijo de puta. Lo tendré en cuenta.
Captain. I need allies, Captain.
Let me stop you right there, Zach. I don't like the Colonel. He's the worst thing to ever happen to this corporation. But I trust you even less. No one, least of all me, is going to risk their neck for you. I hope you bring Victor down, but just know, I'll be watching you. And if your plan somehow involves selling Abundance out to our enemies...
Pues... Vale, muchas gracias, sí. Qué tela. Entonces lo único que me queda ya es volver al Valle de los Mutantes y la secundaria de este. Vale. Bueno, pues nos vamos a ir ya. Primero voy a ponerme el punto de talento que no me he puesto, que subí. Esquivar hacia adelante permite llegar más lejos. Cierta probabilidad de esquivar proyectiles durante un ataque estabiliza. Venga, ya que estoy mejoro la patada. ¿Tengo para ponerme alguno más? Creo que no, ¿no? Ah, sí, pues tengo para ponerme otro punto, que no me había dado ni cuenta. Venga, pues este mismo. Vamos a ir al mundo, el mundo digo yo, a la ciudad esta de los mutantes. Voy a hablar primero con quien tenga que hablar para hacer la misión secundaria. Ah, bueno, está justo al entrar.
Look around,
I'm looking for mutants that may have been in both Ophir and Noct.
There are many. Before settling in the valley, most mutants...
Any of them still go back to Noctis regularly? Any that might have been close to folk?
Fewer than many, for sure. Why? Are you still watching us? Think we still belong...
Stop. Don't do that. My friend here is only trying to help me with a personal issue. One of our own, I believe. Sabotage missions we took on to try and help Mutant Valley.
So, someone with a grudge against you.
But they wouldn't have known about Phobos' mother.
Then someone from Kane's clan who was once close to Phobos. His friends Deimos and Seth may fit that bill. Can you let me return to my work now?
Sure. Goodbye then.
Of course.
Ajá, o sea que hay dos hijoputas que pueden ser. Vamos para allá.
Hi there. You know Phobos?
I should hope so. It was him who freed...
You are welcome. I hope we will all be...
Someone tried to sabotage his plans. Maybe the mutants who used to be close to him. The ones that went to Ophir and Noctis.
Whether they went to Ophir or Noctis, I do not know. But I have heard the two of your right hands, Seth and Deimos...
In Mutant Valley?
No, not there. We saw them forced.
Thank you.
I cannot believe this.
Who are Seth and Deimos?
I escaped with Seth.
Nos dan otra misión, ¿no? Ahí, otra principal. No sé si será al lado de la principal, quiero decir. No sé si será misión principal o será secundaria, pero ya que estoy, lo voy a ver.
And Deimos is the radical type, but always a good companion who was integral in building Mutant Valley. We took our freedom names together. Now that we are at full strength, we must devise a way to compromise Victor's popularity at the Assembly.
I've got a lead. There's this grizzled old general who's been bitching about the lack of info he gets about Aurora. Right now, he's the only one. According to him, the Aurora Dowser's down Shit Creek and may have been booted off his post. If we can prove that General is right and isn't just some senile old man, maybe the army's head honcho.
We would need hard evidence.
I'm almost positive that Dandolo can help us. Noctis sends merchants every...
We also have some connections with Technomancers over there. They should be able to tell us what happened.
We could try Anton. Aurora's a little far, but there's no place that's safe from Anton's little birds.
It's a start.
Even if abundance is run from the top down, members of the Assembly would pay attention to uprisings. It would not take much to spark the powder keg.
And some politicians would turn against Victor, so as not to lose voter support. Brilliant! We would need instigators, preferably...
So I was thinking, the opposition would be the perfect organization to spearhead the revolts. The alternative, though I would be more hesitant, the Vori...
Perfect. Other ideas?
Back when I was an artist, I got into some altercations with Assembly members who thought my shows were blasphemy. Maybe it was because I didn't say Hail to the Shadow 50 times. I can't say for sure, but if we could get them to think that Victor isn't a devout believer, we could get the large religious sect of the Assembly, or we could just give them a little nudge in the right direction by making them believe Victor's...
We'd have to stage an elaborate setup. I like it. After all, the trickster must get what he gives.
One last thing. I was told the High Judge endorses all of Victor's decisions, even though I know for a fact that he hates him, which is more than a bit strange.
Or if you're in the mood to make a scandal, I've got everything we need. Did you know that Victor employs young women to worm out information? And I'm not Victor, but I have a feeling he used that info to blackmail these same men. If we can prove it, the Assembly would have a major meltdown. Their beloved... To find evidence of his trafficking, we could look for the orders he gave his goons. Have you seen his hands? Far too immaculate.
If Anton's letting it happen on his territory, there's probably some kickbacks in it for him. So, since he's not gonna help us, we need to gather first-hand intel ourselves. I could start asking. Back in my days as an officer, I ran into a band of girls, and I think this exploited girls topic may interest them.
Indeed. How's this? I've heard that a small faction of the Assembly blindly backs up Victor, no matter how crazy the project is. So I believe it almost certain that their chief of this faction was bribed. So unless we bribe him ourselves, we'll have to silence him.
Yes, we should get to the bottom of this and see if it's serum, dirty laundry, or both. Anton probably... And if he is openly corrupt, the opponents of the Assembly...
All these ideas will indeed cut off Victor from his... But... This is going to sound self-interested. But if we could help the mutants escape from the pen, it would expedite the Colonel's downfall. The people and the Assembly would be outraged to know that after decades of civilized control, I'd like to see the Colonel try to justify his mistake of so many slaves, particularly ones notorious for their feet.
No, it's not selfish. It's a good plan. We're gonna help mutants in the pen prepare their escape. After a mass breakout like that, Thank you, all of you, for the ideas. Now let's make them happen.
Pues sí que vamos a hacer cosas, sí. Esta da misión, ¿no?
Hi.
Zachariah, to what do I owe this privilege?
Pedir trabajo,
I'm looking
sí.
for work.
Our nation is just beginning. There is enough work for 1 billion men. For example, an old, worn-down pump at one of our artesian... And where it is, a creature lurks, terrifying our workers, keeping them from the... If you could, get rid of the creature and make the repairs. You may need a good mechanic.
Let me see what I can do.
Vale. Como tengo a tope lo de los objetos, no creo que tenga problema. Este imagino que me dirá algo sobre la misión que quería hacer.
Rumor is Aurora's Dowser was deposed. I need to know it's more than rumor, though. If it's true, we might be able to convince...
Even though I don't like the idea of continuing the conflict between Abundance and Aurora, that has caused so much... I have a few contacts among Aurora's Technomancers. They're not quite brothers, but they're at least like cousins. And I've heard their messengers nearly always follow one particular let me show you. This one here. If you go, you may be able to stop one of their couriers. If the news you're expecting is as important as you say, I'm sure it will be in the documents they are carrying.
Thanks, Melvin.
Vamos a ver.
Greetings, Zach.
Zachariah, I've received a message from Dandolo. He has some information.
Really?
Anda.
Did he learn where he was taken?
The ASC had him locked up in an old dome near Ophir. In his message, he says that it's a dome that Technomancer...
Hard to forget. Yes. That's where initiations would take place before a mantis destroyed everything. We'll have to go free him. The place must be teeming with...
Vale, pues al viejo domo a por el Technomante este. La secundaria que hay aquí, ¿cuál es? Aquí. Encontrar la bomba, vale. Vamos a hacer esa primero. Aunque tengo que subir por aquí, creo. ¿Y el monstruo?
There it is. There's the well we talked about.
And here's the pump. It's a total wreck. I could fix it up, but I'd need the materials.
Got another solution?
I do know where we can grab the spares. City generators in Ophir and Noctis. It'll piss a lot of people off, but only thing I can think of. Up to you.
A ver, hay que robar una pieza de Ophir. Porque de Noctis me da más reparo robarla. Pues venga, otra vueltecita. Antes de ir a por la pieza, ya que con viajar aquí al cañón atrapamos a los dos capullos estos, pues voy a hacerlo. Y ya después voy a Ophir a por la pieza que me falta. Y de paso voy haciendo la cadena tan larga de misión principal que me han dado ahí. ¿Estos dónde están? Por aquí. Vale, vamos. Oh, qué bien, está todo limpio.
Please, sir, let me live. I did nothing.
You betrayed your people. Never stopped being a slave. Supporting Phobos, who is more human than mutant. You deserve to die.
Seth, please. Allow me to take shelter.
Seth, it is you who are the traitor. If your hate for me is so great, let Deimos go and come after me. Let your rage be fulfilled.
Que vienen.
Thank you. Thank you for helping. I thought that was the end.
Why?
Why what? Why did I turn in your mother? Ruin your plans with that man from Aurora? Closer to your human mother than to us. Your own kind. Even now, you leave us to go with that human. For what? While idiots like Deimos dote on you, defend you, swear you have had... Cain may be savage, but at least he knew where his loyalties lay.
Does your hatred have no ends, Seth? Does the cancer still spread through you?
It's my turn to ask, why, Phobos?
Vale. Entonces ya está la misión, ¿no? Técnicamente ya está, vamos. Sí, solo queda la de robar la pieza. Vale, vamos a ir a Ophir.
By an important citizen. He's in need of your help and promises great support in return. He is waiting at the curio.
I'm guessing you're not gonna give me this importance.
No, just... he says he already owes you his life. I need to go.
Y seguramente será el mercader ese al que ha ayudado más de una vez. Bueno, vamos para allá. Robar pieza. Ah, esta es la pieza, perfecto. Vale, ya tenemos para ir a arreglar la bomba. Y como Aquí tenemos muchísimas misiones. Vamos a ver. Si salimos por esta parte... ¡Buah! Vamos para allá, que hay que hablar con bastante. Ah, están las boyis, a las que ayudé también.
Hello, Mara.
Well, well, Zachariah Manser. Word is you have a rather large bounty on your head. What can we do for you?
I was told Victor hires girls. That ring a bell?
Sure. Asshole exploits young ladies to drag secrets out of horny old men, then blackmails them. Guy's a crackerjack prick. Treats the girls like slaves. No, worse, like slabs of meat.
With a little evidence, I could put an end to his trafficking. Any idea where I might find some?
There's a guy Victor uses to wrangle the girls and all the info they get. Writes everything down on a tablet. Steal the tablet, steal all the info on it. Probably some shit on there to incriminate the giant.
Where's the tablet?
At the guy's place in the exchange, probably. We wanted to go kill him, but the place was too well guarded for us. Maybe not for you, though. Hope you do what we...
Gonna try my best.
Kinda tough picturing that stuffy
Vale.
suit Victor as a pimp. Pretty high-risk scam.
Must be worth the trouble.
These girls must have given him some good info. He must be real pleased with
A
himself.
ver, por aquí cerca tenemos aquí.
He's gonna get what's coming to him.
A pleasure.
I hear Victor bought some loyalty among the Assembly.
I see you've heard about Joseph Law and his ilk. A one-time goodsman whose loyalties and mine can be bought with little more than a few drops of serum, while those same loyalties last even shorter than the serum's effect. And word is that the dear betrayer Mr. Law was more than eager to be bribed to support the Colonel at the People's Assembly. I think he needs a gentle reminder that the information he's been providing to Aurora isn't in his best interests. You'd have to reach him first, though. Deep in the exchange quarter and wrapped in a snug blanket of ASC protection. Gonna need a plan, or a ploy. Either way, gonna have to be resourceful, which...
Thanks for the confidence. See...
Pedir ayuda para
As
convencer a la
unhappy as the
población.
people of Ophir are, they'd rather keep their mouths shut than face the ASC. Even if more than a few Assembly members would be ready to...
And you want us to just fuck with the people? Cause riots to feed your own agenda? What kind of scum you think I am? There is no reason for us to help.
Vale.
I gotta go.
Then go.
No ha colado. No ha colado. Vamos a ver, por aquí tenemos algo más. Sí que hay algo más. Vamos a ver.
Their eyes are like hawks. We're gonna have to clear them out or it's gonna be near impossible to talk to the guys inside.
My, aren't we sprightly today? Not even a slight bit
Your Honor, I wish I'd known. You sent me that message?
I need to talk to you. I've kept an eye on you since you saved me. I never believed the lies the Colonel's been spreading about you. I just, unfortunately, did not know how I could be of help. Victor is a power-hungry sociopath, driven by his personal goals, destroying abundance. I've known it for years, but...
Why not?
4 years ago, my son disappeared, and soon after, I started receiving messages telling me that if I ever wanted to see him alive, I needed to make certain decisions in my court. I never knew for sure who was behind it, even if I had my suspicions. Only recently did it become clear. Every decision I was instructed to make cleared the way for Victor's rise to power. He's holding my son, making me his puppet. It has to stop. For my son, for abundance. Do you hear me? I have seen your strength with my own eyes. With my influence in the Assembly, I could easily...
I just want Victor to fall. That's enough for me. Any idea where he might be holding?
I wish I did. I know the ASC has secret facilities. Some say they're in the underworks. I don't know. Hearsay, perhaps. But if true, maybe someone in the army...
I'll do my best, Your Honor.
Muy bien. Más cositas.
Hello there, Zachariah.
Some members of the Assembly are sensitive to public opinion. If the population was pushed to speak up and out against Victor and the ASC, I'm betting.
And obviously, as part of the opposition, you want me to help awaken the frustrations of the people. Wouldn't be hard to do. Especially, the opposition will start a corporate upheaval. Give it a few days. But it shouldn't take more.
Your help's appreciated.
Now what? We just wait?
Vale, otro fuera. Ahora que
That's
está
the
aquí
plan.
Andrew.
Hold back while our allies get the people worked up.
I hope the colonel's response isn't to instruct his
Voy a
men
ponerme con lo de
to fire
anochecer, a ver si
crowds of
viene
people
Andrew
we've been
con ganas de fiesta.
I don't think even he believes he has the power to do that without paying a huge. Hey.
Hey, back.
Ven aquí, Andrew, ven.
You alone?
Míralo, míralo.
Not anymore.
Me meo, tío. Ahí, ponlo fino, ponlo fino. ¿Ya está? Eso es todo.
I mean, being this close, going through this journey.
Me too. I get it. I've been alone for so long, I never thought I would have someone enter my life. Someone I would feel so close.
Oh, qué bonito. Relación con Andrew amorosa. Tela. Entonces ya no me follo a esta.
Hi, Zach. How are you?
Hello, Amelia.
I want to keep investigating. Remember what we found in the archives? The secret...
Yeah. So how...
We gotta find a way to get into the military archives in Ophir and steal some files.
We don't even know where these files are, Amelia. But maybe I know someone who could point us in the right direction. Eliza Major, my former cap...
Ask her to read them and tell us what the hell's in there then. After that, we just gotta get back to the rover and...
That road must have been taken dozens of times, Amelia. If your father was there, we'd have...
That's not true, Zach. Nobody takes that road anymore. Not with the shadow paths. There's no reason to take the rovers that way. All he wanted was to find that kid. We should take that road, Zach. Please.
Sure. If that's what you want to try. You know it's been...
They don't exist, Zach. He's dead. I know that.
Ah. Total que esto nos ha dado para una misión secundaria en vez de para tirarnos también a la otra. Vaya por Dios. Bueno, ya se va acabando el tiempo, así que vamos rápido ahí abajo, que veo que hay también dos más con quien hablar.
Hey there.
Hello?
I'm Zachariah Manser. I'm an ally.
She is listening, but is not sure she can help.
I know the ASC's got secret facilities somewhere in the city. Probably in the slums. Probably use mutants to build them. I need to find them. You know where they...
The man was lucky to find her. She worked to build the place. She knows the path under the source that leads straight.
Thanks. Yeah.
Perfecto.
Hey, are you the chief around here?
He is, yes. I am the chief of those who do not willingly bow to men. Do you...
No, I'm Zachariah Manser. One of your people sent me.
I know that name. I feel like I'm dreaming. A human? Offering to help us? I won't say no, but I hope I don't wake up soon. I need explosives so we can blast our way. If you can find explosives, we'll be able to make a hole big enough for us to escape through. And I need to warn some groups. You'll also need to give a rousing speech. But maybe they'll listen to you. Anyway, there's one last problem.
What?
We have a mole. There's a brother here who works for the humans. I haven't figured out who, but if we don't flush him out, our...
Any idea how to blow his cover?
Not sure. But if the human brings up our legendary icons, like Phobos or Scum, he might try to...
All right, I'll take care of it.
This is still so odd.
Well, looks like our allies have finally gotten the people riled up. Everyone's screaming
Conseguir
about
una
how much
bomba.
shit Victor's done. He's gonna be shitting himself about now.
Especially since the Assembly is gonna start voting against him.
If nothing else, members of the Assembly are opportunists. The second they smell blood...
¿Esto cuenta como bomba? ¿La trampa explosiva?
Hey.
Hello, man.
Ah, vale, hay que hablar con Amelia.
If you can tell me about Scum and Phobos, maybe.
He has never...
If you're not a mole, why didn't you try to
He is scared. He has seen brothers caught trying to do so. The brothers...
I'll give explosives to your chief. When I give the order, he'll make a breach leading to the underwork. And by going that way...
Explosives? If we could smuggle that in, then... Yes, we could.
Hello?
What does the man...
I just want to know more about Phobos.
He knows nothing of those names.
All right. You don't want to get...
He does. He wants...
Believe it or not, a lot of you have gotten out of here and are living freely now. Scum escaped from prison camp with a lot of his brothers. That's how he became a legend. You know where he is today? Ruling Mutant Valley, waiting for...
I have heard. Stories are told among us when we break. He would like to I can't stay here while my brothers escape.
Muy bien, ya van dos.
Hi.
Hi.
He can tell me what he knows about Phobos.
He knows only they're mutant rebels. Escaped with many mutants to create a mutant nation that is the enemy of Mother.
Wow. Looks like we found our mole.
Shit, are they a bunch of pussies? Gotta get some balls. Get hungry to kick some ass. What the hell do you need to convince them for?
Vale, esto ya está acabado.
Their spirits have been broken.
I know, but they got a chance to be free. Get excited. Just saying.
Ay, tengo que hablar con Amelia sobre la bomba.
Hi, Zach. How are you?
Hello, Amelia. I'm gonna need some explosives to help the mutants escape.
Good thing you asked the only girl on this planet who always carries a little nitro in her pocket. I could do it in my shed. Got reagents in there and enough room to work.
Muy bien. Vamos al hangar. Entonces la bomba ya está hecha, solo con venir aquí. Se supone que sí, ¿no? Aunque vayan a haber puesto algún vídeo o algo.
Can't open the lock or break it. Gonna need the combination.
Nada, tío, que no sabe la combinación. A ver. Entrar en el cuartel general. Conseguir una bomba. Técnicamente estamos aquí para que la prepare, ¿no? O igual toca hablar con ella ahora.
Hi, Zach.
Hello, Amelia. I'm gonna need some explosives.
No, but I can make you some real quick.
Ahora sí. Ya tenemos la bomba, ya tenemos la bomba. Vamos a llevarle la bomba a los mutantes.
Take this. It goes boom boom. Wait for my...
Thank you. I shall hide them well.
You'll be able to escape. I found your traitor and I convinced the others to follow you.
So, we are ready. I hope that...
Vale, esto ya está. Y bueno, llevamos ya casi una horita, así que vamos a ir terminando el vídeo y en el siguiente más y mejor, con los chanchullos y convenciendo gente para que nos ayude. Parece que ya estamos llegando al final del juego, así que chicos, darle like, suscribirse y nos vemos en el siguiente. Adiós.